What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. I came on to do this video. It's about fractional shares. I did one a couple weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago, and it was just long. I went back and looked at it. It was good. It had good information. If you do have more interest after this video, I don't think it's a bad thing to look at. I'm going to put an outline at the bottom of this video. It's only going to be probably 4 or 5 minutes. It's the 5 top questions that I've really been asked between buyers that are potentially interested, as well as other agents that might not have a whole great idea or grasp on the concept. Just kind of what the main 5 questions are. If you get through these and you're like, hey, I still have other questions, or I still have some interest, that's kind of where you then reach out and I can send you the package on the product and we can kind of go from there. The main question that I'm getting, might as well just jump right into it, is number 1, do you really own the home? It's huge. A lot of people are immediately figuring this is a very similar thing to timeshare, and it is and it's not. You own blocks of time in a timeshare, just like the name, but you don't necessarily own the property itself. This is slightly different. The home, along with all the professional furnishings that go into it, the 34-foot sport coupe boat and the 6-seater golf cart, all are being purchased and put in full ownership of an LLC. So your shares would be, the LLC is broken up into 8 shares. So you're purchasing a share of the LLC. So you'd actually own 1/8 of the boat, 1/8 of the golf cart, and 1/8 of the home and furnishings. So you do physically have ownership of that home within the LLC. That kind of jumps us right into next question. What if I want to sell? If you do want to sell, there's a very easy way. So the other 7 owners, and it might not be 7, so kind of a bonus point here is you don't have to just get stuck with 1 share. If you want to end up buying 2 shares for a quarter or 4 shares for a half a year, whatever it may be, you can buy as many shares as you want. Each share is 6 weeks, so you can buy as many shares as you want. But if you want to sell, however many of those owners are, 4, 5, 6, 7 other owners, they get first right of refusal. So if they do not want the option ownership to purchase, then you can basically reach back out to us and we can put it on our marketplace. Well, by that point, once we sell out, we'd end up having a list of kind of a waiting list for buyers. So we can put it back on our marketplace and try and sell it off market for you, or put it right back on the MLS as we have them now and go that way. There are plenty of routes. It's a new way of doing it, but the infrastructure has already been set. So it's pretty easy to jump right off and get these sold down the road if you ever did want to sell them. Ownership. So the other big thing is, what if something breaks? What if something goes wrong? What if you're out on the boat and the battery dies? Little things. I can only imagine most owners owning these $4, $5, $6, $7 million homes. If a $100 item breaks, they're just going to fix it. They're just going to buy something and fix it. If the fridge goes and it's a sub-zero $5,000 or $10,000 fridge, that'll get you just basically call the property maintenance. They will come out. They'll bill it, they'll fix it, they'll get it repaired, and that would just go on the bill that gets split up between the 8 shares. So that's the way that it works. Is there's a maintenance company that handles all the lawn care, the pool care, the yard, gassing up the boat, charging the golf carts, all of those little fees, pay the taxes, pay the insurance, get everything done, and then monthly you're just getting it broken up as a bill. So it would just be your percentage share. If it's 1/8, 1/4, whatever it may be, that would be your ownership. So it is kind of nice because a lot of people buy these properties, and before fractional ownership, they'd buy it, and if they were only there for half the year, they'd still be paying that maintenance the other half of the year. Now you're really only paying for the time that you use, which is a big draw for a lot of people. Next kind of question here. Number 3, it's almost number 4 because we added some in there. Will it be clean when I arrive? Will it be ready to go? Yes, that's what the maintenance company will do. So the trash will be taken out just like an Airbnb. So the trash is going to be taken out. It's obviously okay. So take that with a grain of salt. It's not just like an Airbnb. You own it, everything else. But the concept of you coming in and everything being done and ready for your hotel, Airbnb, a high-end resort, it's the same kind of concept. Somebody's going to come in, it'll be cleaned. If you potentially have things that you want stocked in the fridge, that maintenance company can make sure that they have the right kind of water for you, the right kind of yogurt, the right kind of whatever you'd want. It'll just go right to your bill. So there's a concierge almost service built into this. The boat can be ready to go. Gas is in it. We can have a captain for the boat. So if you have a boater's license and you're comfortable, there's the ability to have insurance and drive it on your own. We can also have a full-time captain that can take it out, and your family can just go party, enjoy. They can drop you off at lunches, whatever you want to do. It really is the ownership concept of a home, but what you'd feel with the 20 kind of the 5-star service of like a Ritz or a Four Seasons. So it's it's kind of the best of both worlds for that situation. Next question, and this is another big one. Can I get a loan? A lot of our clients, even and people purchasing these, even if you can't afford it, a lot of people aren't necessarily interested or wanting to put down cash. Right now, it's a little different as interest rates start to get to 7%. I can see there are more clients that are a little bit more hesitant because it's a little harder to break that gap and make an 8, 9, 10% return on your money to make it worth not taking out the loan. But right now, we're starting to get people that do it. I can see a lot of people will probably pay cash, and you can refinance down the road. But if you did want to take out a loan, financing options are available. You would just need to put 30% down. So it's pre-qualified. It's a very easy thing to do. We can get you set up with. We have a couple lenders who are willing to do it. We can easily get that set up. So there is the option if you did want to do a loan. Your rates are going to be high, but you would have that option if that was something you'd want to do. So that was a little bit quicker of a breakdown of the more 5 or 6 main questions and main points that I really get. I will do a quick outline and show the 5 or 6 down at the bottom of this. So if you have any questions, please feel free to add comments. I'm happy to elaborate. And my guess is I'll probably do a part 2 to this in a couple weeks with a little more information on the house, the boat, and the golf cart, and also a little bit more information on questions. So please let me know if you do have any questions on this. Feel free to drop a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a great Friday.